This story is set in 1972 where two children are playing, then their marble ball reaches the gate from their hand, down to another flat. When those children go inside the flat and pick up the marble ball, another well-dressed white person falls off. In fact, she was dead a long time ago. After 4 years of all this, a family has shifted to the flat with a bad woman, who has taken this flat from the bank on loan. To repay the bank loan, both husband and wife used to go where and they used to stay at home Empire, which is the eldest daughter of this couple, who had to stay at home and take care of her younger brother Raphael and her grandfather. Right now he was getting his brother to change clothes, then suddenly the grandfather sitting near him becomes a ditch. In panic, she leaves her brother and starts looking for her grandfather. Grandpa was in the washroom at this time. In view of them, the Empire is also drunk with the washroom and suddenly all the windows of the washroom are closed from the door. Just screams from the source and calls her mom-dad. Her mom-dad opens the door and takes her out and then. Let's go to the room where he was hanging from the window. If the SL had fallen, it would certainly not have sounded. His dad silences his wife and quickly goes and grabs Raphael and brings him to the room and then starts putting the inquiries. Emperor told that her grandfather had disappeared strangely. Then suddenly the doors of the posh room closed and when I looked from below I saw a devilish foot below. Your mom-dad doesn't listen to any of her nonsense and scolds her. Let's go from here. We are shown to the other brother of the Empire, who got a letter attached to the kid of his room and foot from another building. A girl's name was written on this letter. The brother of the Empire thinks that maybe this girl wants to befriend him. He also writes his name and puts it on that railing and takes it to another building, but stands for a long time in the wait of the girl who will take this letter. As soon as he is on the side, he starts hearing a sound from the railing again. When he looks, there was another letter lying in that place while the referral on the other side was drawing in his room. R.S. Matoma again leaves the Empire's grandfather 2.5 before going to find his grandfather. She had said that do not move from here, but as soon as he leaves here, Raphael hears the sound of a marble ball which was lying right in his room. As soon as this merper picks up the ball, he hears the sound of the TV running from his other room. A Buri cartoon was calling him to him on TV. The poor Raphael does not understand anything, so as soon as he goes close to the TV, a ghostly hand comes out from inside the TV and puts it inside the TV. It is shown here that Empire also finds his grandfather while walking on the road. When that rider is coming home quietly, his grandfather says, "No, I will not go there. What's there is to kill us all." Empower doesn't come home by force, but when they got home, they couldn't find the Raphael anywhere now. Terrified, these people also report to the police. After which Byron's mom-dad also went out to find the rifle. Now Empire was at home and then she heard the sound of a phone. When he picks up the phone about these, there was a referral on the other side of the phone. Referral asks, "Where are you?" But he didn't even know where he was. Voice of referral to Empire while talking on phone, "Come from a flat somewhere." She leaves the phone and quickly goes to that flat and starts knocking it hard and another man living in the same building comes and tells the Empire that this flat has not been opened for years. The Empire's mom-dad and his brother had also come here. They tell them all that I am getting the sound of referral from here. These people open the lock of this flat and go inside it. While looking for the rifle, Empire Ho came to a room in this flat where she saw the shadow of a small child behind the curtain. As she kept getting closer to Sai, the shadow got bigger. As soon as the curtain is removed, there is a connected Ganidi. She was afraid of just one, her long hair. She was screaming loudly. The Empire's family tries to silence him by coming here and when his dad looks behind the window, there is no one there. Well, the next day wants to show us that the mom of the Empire was at work and here comes a paralyzed and Advent as a customer at that shop who started whistling after seeing the demand of the Empires. The demand for Empires seems a bit strange. She goes close and tries to talk to the woman and then the wax of the woman who tells her also comes here. My daughter can't speak. These paralyzed women explain something to their mom. She had actually gone to see everything that was going on in the Empire's house to see the mom of the Empires. That is why the mother of this paralyzed woman gives a card to the Empire's mom and says that you always keep it with you, it will help you. On the other hand, the elder brother of the Empires has again received a letter from another building in the house today. He looks at the window of another building. There was no one there. He decides to go to the front building and check who is there. Writing? As soon as this boy goes to another building, a girl hugs him from behind. The girl had a candle in her hand and a mirror was in front. When this boy tries to see this girl in the mirror, he finds that this girl has blown pounds. At the same time, these witches try to kill this boy. But this boy shows great cleverness and throws this student away and escapes from here to save his life. These feet were also having stomach aches at home. So when she checked her stomach, there were a lot of marks in her stomach. She doesn't overshadow these scars. He thinks it's energy. She had now taken out some vegetables, which when she wants to keep in the kitchen, she sees safe in the kitchen door that some strange action is being made, something is being made in her kitchen. She quickly opens the door and realizes that this is her grandfather. When she goes inside and talks to her grandfather no longer talks to her in Raphael's voice. At the same time, the phone rings. Empire? When she picks up the phone again, she hears the sound of a rifle. As before, while talking to Raphael, he could hear the sound of the rifle coming from a nearby flat. She leaves the phone like this and quickly opens the door of that flat, and finally her brother had found her in the same flat. Now the whole house was afraid of this achievement. Roughly and the Empire's mom tell her husband, "We're not going to be here anymore. We will leave this house and go away." The man says, "No, we have taken a lot of bank loan to buy this house. We can't give it up." It was night. As soon as Empire Ho steps inside her room, the doors of her room are closed immediately. Even the light in his room went out. They shout loudly. As his mom and dad come to this room, he sees the hands of a very big creepy ghost who was big towards the Empire. His dad saves the Empire, and after seeing this, these people were finally convinced that some soul lives in their house. Now these people were not going to live in this house at all, and the Empire dad goes to a hotel with all these and spends the whole night praying to the people that they should be saved from this spirit which is living in their house. The next day, the bankers call the mom and dad of the Empires and tell them this. Do you have to pay back the bank loan as soon as possible? Dad calls his friends, but money is not arranged from anywhere. He had not gone to the office for the last 2 days, so he was also fired from the job. Tired, now the Empire's mom goes to the house of the paralyzed lady whose wax gave her a bite. She tells them about everything happening in her house. On which these ladies say that we already knew about everything happening to your house. She had come here with him to see his house, while now the Empire had also gone to meet the previous people who lived in his house. This woman tells that when we lived in that house, I had a whole family, my son, my husband, but we did not know that my son was a transgender. She was fond of being a girl despite being a boy. In the anger of this, his dad always kept the boy locked in the basement. But Mac Gusra did not change the boy's habits. They started behaving like women. Her son became fond of becoming a mother, and for this reason, she came here by locking the boy there, and that male died there, and since then her form has been wandering there. It is revealed here that she used to call the brother of the Empire repeatedly with letters to fulfill her desire to become a mother, and after getting the opportunity twice. I didn't kill Afrin because she was an Empire of pregnant. Empire? After knowing all this, she immediately comes home where her mother had brought that Panani's bread. That spirit takes possession of the body of this paradise ready and attacks them to kill them all, and then Empire Ho takes a piece of glass and threatens him that if you do not leave us all, I will kill this child. Hearing this, that soul relaxes a little, and Empire again tells him that if you do not leave all of us and leave here, then I will kill this child. I know you want this kid to decide. This ghost or spirit.